Oh, hi, I'm back again, and very soon.
Yes, it's me, Passion Air. You know who I am, right? Well, only 1.6 thousand of you should know who I am, but that's not the point. Anyway, guys, guess what day it is? That's right, it's Canada Day today. Unless it isn't, because I'm pre-recording this from June 27th, and I could miss the date, and this could actually be July 2 or July 3 or so. Yeah, forget it. Since I am a Canadian myself, this is quite an important day for me. Then again, Canada won 50. Now that was an important day for me. But back then, my current channel didn't exist. I was still using my old channel and its subsidiaries. So, anyway, yes, today is a very important day, if it is Canada Day. So today I am going to tell you about some things about my country. So that will be nice. So without further ado, here are some things you need to know about my glorious country of Canada. Here are some facts about Canada. All Canadians love hockey. Yes, it is true, we love hockey so much that hockey is the only sport we are allowed to play. If someone is caught playing a sport other than hockey in this country, you know what we do? We give them a friendly reminder not to do it again, because we don't have crime either. And we don't have punishments, because that wouldn't be Canadian spirit because we're so nice. So anyway, back to hockey. Yes, we love hockey very much. All 50,000 people living in Canada all live in igloos. Yes, that's right, people. There's 50,000 people in Canada. Just 50,000. That's even less than Greenland's 65,000 or something. And they all live in igloos. That's because Canada is so cold that living in any other type of house would be completely unwise. Canada is the second coldest place in the world, next to, of course, Siberia, because nothing can beat how cold it is. Canada's entire government is liberal, and every single Canadian is a liberal. Yes, that's right, we're a super liberal country. We're so liberal that no other governments exist. We hate guns, we absolutely hate them, we wish they were all banned, and we hate America because they don't ban guns. Yes, if you're not a liberal, then you're not a Canadian. That's how it works. Yeah, except we're all inclusive, so it doesn't matter. You still get included into the country. Anyway, yes, we're all liberals and we hate guns and blah 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 blah. Everyone's a liberal. Everyone's a liberal in Canada. And if you move to Canada, you'll get taxed to death by all the liberals. If you die in Canada, you don't die in real life. Yep, it's true. In fact, 81% of all debate.org users agree with this. Don't believe me? Just look up the poll. If you die in Canada, you die in real life. That's what they call it. Why do you think this is true? Well, it's because Canada doesn't exist. Yeah, we don't exist. So you can't die in real life in a place that doesn't exist. So when you die, you just have to cross the border into America or something, and you come back to life, and then you will just re-enter Canada. Now, it can be expensive to transport your body back and forth between the countries. And if you die on the Canadian-American border, you would be half dead, half living. How remarkable is that? Okay, hold that 1 second. Nothing I just said was true. It's all Canadian stereotyping. For that moment, I pretended that the Canadian stereotypes were all true. Canada's actually not much like that at all. We're a lot more like America than people usually admit. And by America, I don't mean we let people walk around with guns. Oh no, we have strict laws on guns. But otherwise, we're quite similar, more similar than people would like to admit sometimes. And we are not covered in snow, and we don't have 50,000 people, we have like 37 million or something. It's it's really not. It's really not as you think it is, honestly. It's really all untrue. Oh yeah, and those debate.org things, at debate.org, that's actually a real debate on that. There's actually a poll about that. And I'm not even kidding when I say 81% of people agree that if you die in Canada, you don't die in real life. There's another debate.org poll, which has 88% of people saying that Canada doesn't exist. Yeah. I'm pretty sure all that is just like people being sarcastic, but still, there's way too many people in the world like that. And take it from me, I'm the one who says that being sarcastic has gone too far. I, of all people, say that. But anyway, back onto the point. So without further ado, let me tell you some real things you should know about Canada. If I were to simply ask you what Canada's national sport is, you may easily answer hockey. And while hockey is one of the two national sports, there are two national sports, and the other one is lacrosse. Lacrosse is more of a summer sport. Here's the thing about lacrosse. Lacrosse is actually a Canadian-invented sport. Hockey was technically first made in Europe. Well, the primitive versions of it. Ice hockey most likely was starting to be performed in Canada, but field hockey, that was like England or something. So to be honest, hockey wasn't even a Canadian invention, but lacrosse was technically a Canadian invention, as lacrosse was sort of an Iroquois tradition, as in Iroquois, the First Nations group. So lacrosse is actually one of our national sports, and it is the one that we ourselves invented. So that's nice. Hockey isn't all we play. I don't even really watch hockey, but that's just because I don't watch sports in general. Now here's a fun fact for all you non-Canadian people out there watching this video, which is a lot because about 80% of my demographic is the United States. I'm not even surprised because I'm just not surprised, honestly. So anyway, about that fun fact. Canada owns the most northern inhabited place, permanently inhabited. I guess you could call it a community. Canada owns the farthest north community in the entire world. It's called Alert. It's in the province of Nunavut. And as a matter of fact, it has like a couple hundred people maybe. And it's located on like the very northernmost island of Nunavut. And that's impressive. In fact, it's higher than any place in Greenland that's permanently inhabited. So that's nice. As a matter of fact, the true north, strong and free, has even beaten Greenland to the northernmost permanently inhabited place. Wow, Greenland, bet you're gonna turn into Redland from all that shame in losing to us for the northernmost permanently inhabited place. Aha, ha, ha. Aha, slapstick comedy. Not really slapstick comedy. Inside classroom joke or something. Nobody gets it except for like a handful of people. Comedy. Yes, that's an official form of comedy. And here's another fact. As a matter of fact, Canada is directly underneath Poland on a list of most populated countries. Maybe Poland cannot into space, but they can into more population than Canada. Now imagine what would happen if we really did have 50,000 people. Now another thing often thought about Canada is that we have tons and tons of moose. I guess I should call them meese because the plural of goose is geese. The plural of loose is lease, and the plural of noose is niece. Okay, that just got a bit dark. Anyway, in that case, yes, the plural of moose is meese. And so, yes, apparently Canada has tons of meese. It's actually not as much meese as it is caribou, which are kind of close to the same thing. No, but not exactly the same thing. But here's the thing. Caribou's habitat are dying, so you may want to help out with that. I don't really have much information on that, so why don't you go look up some news articles, because I really don't think I can help you much. All I'm doing is trying to get you to find someone else who can help, so that you can inadvertently save a species and thank me later. Speaking of species that need to be saved, Canada is also home to the spirit bear, which lives on like some island in British Columbia, maybe something that begins with princess. I really don't know much, but the spirit bear, that's sort of like a polar bear in the sense that it has white fur, but some of them also have black fur. But anyway, white-furred spirit bears are like polar bears in the sense that they have white fur, but they're actually not polar bears. They're totally different animals, except for the fact that they're both bears, but they're still different. And there are like 200 of these guys, like maybe a little more now because I might have heard that information a couple years ago, but there are like a few hundred of these bears, and they're only on that island. So you may want to help them out. Again, I don't really know how to help, so I'm just going to steer you into someone who can, and you can inadvertently thank me later for saving a super endangered species. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I need to know about Canada for now. So thanks for watching and have a happy Canada Day! Except it's not Canada Day because, well, I didn't know this when I first started making this video, but now I have received intel, an update, and as a matter of fact, since we are going on a trip to a cottage, I will not tell you the details of it because it's sort of a family thing. Um, I'm going to be away from the computer. Well, maybe not. I'll probably still have my laptop, but I won't have internet access regardless, most likely. And this means that I will not be able to upload any new videos during that time. And yes, that seems pretty casual, but please note that we will be back on Tuesday, which is the 3rd of July, which means that we will be staying there for Canada Day. So, by my calculations, this video will miss its mark by at least 2 days. When I started recording this video, I could only hope that it would make it by Canada Day, but now I know that it won't, most likely, unless I have internet. And even if I do, I probably won't be able to execute the uploading properly. Now, if only YouTube made a feature where I could just schedule an upload and it would do it automatically for me. Oh my goodness, I'd love that. Anyway, I guess that's about it. Happy somewhat Canada Day. To be honest, July 3rd, or something around that, is going to be close enough. I mean, sure, the video will miss its mark and that will cause the entire universe to die, but it's okay because it's worth it for a family trip after all. Anyway, thanks for watching, goodbye, and remember, always wear your seatbelts. Oh wait, no, Canada's a utopia, and you don't need to wear your seatbelts, because Canada is a utopia and car accidents don't ever happen.